Hey everyone, it's Sammy from Square, and Sony has finally announced the official list of features that you'll find in PS4 Firmware Update 5.0. So you may remember I did a video last week with a list of leaked features, and these are all in the final version of the firmware, but there are some extra, I guess you could say, surprises on top, although this is probably the weakest milestone firmware update that there's been on the PS4 since it launched, to be honest with you. There's not a lot to get massively excited about here. Now, if you did register for the beta, then you should get an email today if you've been accepted, detailing instructions how you can try out the system software before it launches officially for everyone. So do keep an eye on your inbox and maybe your spam folder as well for that. But I'm just going to talk you through some of these screenshots that Sony's released for firmware update 5.0 that show off some of the new features in the system software update. So this first one is one of the things that didn't leak actually, and you're going to be able to create custom lists within your friends list. So what this means is it's replacing the old favorite groups and stuff like that, and it means that you're going to be able to create lists of people. Say you could create a list of people that you play Destiny with, or you could create a list of people that you play Call of Duty with, and it's going to allow you to kind of segment and kind of sort your friends list into people that you play particular games with, or people that you've met on particular communities, stuff like that. So this is something that I wanted a long time ago, and I thought the favorite groups feature was going to actually do this, but it didn't, and Sony was obviously listening to feedback, because now you're actually going to be able to segment and cut up your friends list and put people, you know, together and group them up based on games you play and stuff like that. So this is a cool feature. I think it's hardly an exciting feature, but it's pretty cool that this is finally getting added to the console. Now, another new feature that didn't leak is the ability to disable pop-ups, and these are the kind of notifications that pop up in the top left of the screen while you're playing videos, while you're watching a DVD or a Blu-ray, or you're watching Netflix or whatever. This is another like really small update, but it's a good convenience thing, because I'm sure we've all been there watching a movie or something, and you just get the immersion totally broken when it pops up telling you, you know, your controller's been disconnected, or, you know, someone sent you a friend request or whatever. So I'm glad that's being added in. You'll be able to turn off pop-ups while you're playing videos just by ticking this box in the settings. And another thing that's being added is the ability to change the color of those notification pop-ups, like I say, that appear in the top left. Now, you may remember originally when the PS4 launched, these pop-ups were actually black. They had a black background, but Sony changed it to white in one of the firmware updates a few years later. So now you're going to be able to pick whether you want the white or the black. I know a lot of people complained about the white color version, so you're going to be able to toggle back to black, which is another simple small update. Perhaps the main thing in PS4 Firmware Update 5.0, apart from sort of the changes to accounts, and you can watch my previous video if you want to know about that, but one of the main updates is improvements to the quick menu. Now, if you don't know what the quick menu is, it's what happens when you hold down the PlayStation button while you're playing a game. And it's kind of all those options that appear down the left-hand side of the screen. So one thing they're adding to the quick menu with PS4 Firmware Update 5.0 is the notifications panel. So that's going to allow you to check on progress of downloads, sort of see if things are being installed, if screenshots have been uploaded, stuff like that, without you be able to see all of that, but you won't need to quit your game, which is a small update, but I guess it's quite a meaningful one, really. It makes the quick menu that much more useful. And finally, in the quick menu, you're going to be able to leave parties now. Again, you'll be able to do that without having to quit a game. So it's just a convenience improvement, really. You don't have to back out to the main menu and go through all that rigmarole. You can just quit out from a party directly from the quick menu by holding down the PlayStation button. So that's what Sony's revealed. If you want the full list of features, then you can check it out on pushsquare.com. You can watch my previous video where I talk about some of the other things that are being changed in PS4 Firmware Update 5.0. But But these are sort of the screenshots that Sony's put out showing what some of the new features do, how they look and stuff like that. Like I say, it's not the most meaningful firmware update that the PS4's ever had. I'm sure there'll be better ones in the future, and there's certainly been better ones in the past, but this is what Sony's offering. The beta starts today at the time of recording or the time of uploading, so do check your inbox to see if you got access. Thank you for watching. Remember to like the video and subscribe to the channel, and yeah, I'll catch you next time. Cheers.